Yeah, it is. We are just in the event that we have issues, continue issues with the YO. We're going to have to. There's going to have to be some. There's going to have to be some things change. So um, I've got, and believe me, guys, it's not necessarily me that is put. I'm certainly not pushing it. I just, while I think the YO is vastly overrated and very much understaffed and underserved. It is convenient, but we have the PDGs of Texas and we have the international family that are just they're up in arms. So um, we will we will we will perform our due diligence. Let's just put it that way. So anyway, it's past 6 o'clock. I said I was going to start at 6, so I apologize for starting a little bit late. Uh, Welcome. Glad to see everybody here. Uh, and I appreciate you taking the time to be with us this evening. We got a few things, more than a few, a number of things to go over. I'm certainly don't have any great opening comments or words of wisdom to pass on to you. You guys are out there. You guys got your feet on the ground. You're doing the job of district governor, and I truly do. I mean this with all my heart. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I know that when I went through that journey, while it was a lot of work, it was a lot of fun too. And I hope you're meeting some really cool lions and you're enjoying the lions that you're meeting out with throughout your district. Because I know what how much fun I had, and I'm hoping you're having that same kind of fun. Um, I need to since we have at least half of you here, we can take this. We can take this vote and be done with it. It's really not a serious vote. But I was asked by Renee Lamson, excuse me, everybody. I was asked by Renee after we had the bed build in in Kerrville, there was a total amount of $1,356.62 that was left over from what it cost us to build those 10 beds. We got that much over in contributions for our bed build. Uh, she wanted to know what we want to do with that money. And I said, well, it's not my decision to make. It's the council needs to make that decision. However, I would like to offer up a proposal. I would like to propose that we give that money to the Sleep in Heavenly Peace chapter there in Kerrville, since the money was raised for bed build.
Absolutely. Oh,
So uh, I would entertain a motion for that.
So made.
motion that we give the 1,630 something and change to the Kerrville chapter of Sleep in Heavenly Peace.
I have a motion from District Ken Giles, and I have a second from District Governor Brian Carter. Any further discussion?
Nope.
I love that idea. That'll buy 6 or 7 more beds.
With no further discussion, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Are those any that oppose, say nay? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you very much. So I will instruct Ryan Whitney to write a check to the Sleep in Heavenly Peace chapter for $1,356.62. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Now let's talk about Fast Start. You guys have got have promised a lot, and we're sort of kind of getting to the delivery, but you kind of stalled on me. So I need to see if you can get this Fast Start moving again. If I look at this, we have two that we have already brought in, which we know about, which is Deer Park area and Iowa Colony. Congratulations to Kevin and also to Terry for bringing those first two clubs in. Kevin being the first, Terry the second. But then we also have some that are open. We have Van Alstyne Lions Club out of E2. Excuse me, Memorial Park out of S2. We have Surfside Beach out of S4, and we have out of There's one more and I can't remember off the top of my head. Out of X2, we have Marshall Evening. So we still have the rest of you who have indicated that you are on fast start, that you have some clubs that are going to be going in. Anybody care to update? We'll just start, and I'm going to do this from as I see it on my screen, and so it's a no rhyme or reason. It's just how you pop up on my screen. Brian, you had Sun City Pickers in El Paso and the El Paso Flags Across America, all about 30 August. Are those still looking like they're going to be clubs that you will put in by then?
I'm briefing the Flags Across America group on Tuesday.
Okay.
The others won't even return my call, so I guess that's not going to happen.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line through that if you don't mind. Okay.
Please do. Yeah, if I can figure out how to get to them, I'll continue to work it. But
sure. And I appreciate that, Brian. Thank you very much. And I'm not putting anybody on the spot. Literally, you're coming up as you are across my my feed screen here. So,
Can I ask a quick question, Chris?
of course,
Would you refresh my memory on the cutoff date for the Fast Start program?
Fast Start is actually August the 30th, but
Okay.
PJ seems to think he'll take them all the way up to 30 September. But
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was August. I just wanted to verify.
it is August. So he's looking for up to 90 days. The Fast Start is actually the first 60 days. So this is what you guys had indicated.
Was that not for USA Canada? Wasn't Mark?
Yes, that's for USA Canada. Yes, that is the Fast Start program. Yes. Let's see here. I have across my top here. I have. Has David got anything in there? David, you're good. You didn't have anybody in there for yours, so you're good to go. Let's see here. Kim, in X3, you have West and Love Lady Lions.
West is not going to happen by August 30.
Okay.
They're interested. And then Love Lady is a branch club going to a charter club. Stacy's working on it right now. They have their 20. So they are ready to charter. When she gets back from her vacation on Monday, she's going to finish it. So it should charter by the end of August.
Okay, good.
Wanted it by the end of July, but it didn't work out. So, and it wasn't her.
That's okay. That's okay.
But it's on its way.
You guys did not have a whole lot of time between when you got back from Hong Kong to get started on this. So thank you very much. Hello, Mr. Smith. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. If I can find the link on the computer, I found it on the phone, but I didn't find it on the computer. But we're doing well.
Talking about you.
Well, you know what, Kevin? Sometimes it's operator error, man. That's just all there is to it.
I've got a 20 gauge shotgun that doesn't miss.
Yeah. So do I, but that doesn't do any good for the.
It says press any key. It doesn't say how.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Kevin,
let's see here.
All you got to do is start scrolling and get through about 40 lines, emails and stuff, and you'll get down to about where that one showed up.
I did a search for Chris Zoom and I found it right off.
There you go.
I try to send that to you with just the link itself, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's see here. I see. There she is, Diane. I see Marble Falls on here for you. How is that going?
It's not. We've our GET and several of our members have talked to past Marble Falls members, and they actually said, well, we're really not excited about it, and I don't think we're going to do it again. So they're not really in favor of starting a club.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm just asking you guys. So you're the ones who you're the ones that wrote it down. I'm just following up on it.
Yes,
So
you're right. I did.
let's see, Otilia, I have you. I see that you have two for Brunt and for San Angelo.
Okay, so things are a little different. I'm working on a club in Staten and I'm working on Brock.
Recording in progress.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, keep on going. I don't know what that was, but go ahead.
Did you hear me?
I know, I
I-
understand why.
I heard you working on Bront and someplace else.
That,
Okay. And will you get those in by the end of August?
no, probably not. But my goal is September because I've been busy putting out fires with some of my other clubs that I think are at risk. So I'm trying to keep any clubs from closing. So that has delayed me with the two that I want to start. So I'm hoping that by the end of September.
Okay. One of the things that I would like to just kind of throw out blanket wise to all of you is that while I appreciate the fact that you want to be in control and in charge of what you're doing, use your GAT team to do some of the work
Yes.
in your stead. If you're out, Otelia, if you're out trying to save clubs, you can't start clubs. So you need to be able to use your GAT team to go out and either help you in working with clubs
Yes.
or putting new clubs in.
Well, I have a meeting this weekend with all my zone chairs, and I want to assign them some work to so that I can meet these objectives. So
Okay. Okay.
I have some really good zone chairs who are anxious to do something. So we're going to have at least a 2-hour meeting. We're going to go over these things, and that should relieve me of some of the work. And so that's my plan. I'm meeting with my zone chairs this weekend.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. And by the way, everybody, I forgot to mention for Jeffrey. Jeffrey has a club that he has that has opened that he's working on. Is in Ingram, and apologize, Jeffrey. I just saw Ingram sitting there, and I just
Woohoo! Great job.
Jeffrey's got one going in Ingram. Let's see, Mr. Lukenhoff. Where is E2? How's that Van Alstyne club coming? You guys, I looked. There was like 2 members has been added or something like that.
Actually,
Maybe
5.
Okay.
I've got 14 committed, paid. We're tracking down the last 6. I had hoped to be able to submit it this week. It looks like it's probably going to go into next week, but that will definitely charter by, depending on how quickly they turn it around. But
Sure.
I'll submit the charter information hopefully no later than Wednesday of next week.
Okay. That's good. And thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
No problem.
You betcha. Jeffrey, I see that Ingram, I know you started that process. If my memory is right, there's like 5 or something, 12. I can't remember the exact number that have been entered. Have you got all 20 of them to be entered, or 22? I think is what I heard.
We have 20 plus we probably have another 10 coming in.
Okay. When do you think you're going to have that charter ready? I mean, that ready to submit to LCI as far as all your members and go for the charter?
We're hoping to have that done by the end of the month.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Move on over here. Let's see. Steve, I see that you have the Calvert area and you have that by 30 September. Is that still a viable a club in date for that?
Yeah, we believe so. We have Ronnie Martin coming in to help us with that, and we're on board and believe we can get that in by the end of September.
Okay. All righty. Good. Appreciate that. Let's see. I see Gary Vineyards here. Gary, how you doing? Good to see you. I see you have 3 clubs that you have talked about. We're not going to worry about the branch club. That's not one that will count for us, but the Dallas Cultural and the Dallas Valley Ranch, how are those doing?
Well, the Dallas Cultural is what the one that we're referring to. There's 11 members on that they only need 9 more to actually solidify that as an actual club. So they're working to get that down, and that was kind of our process, was to kind of grow it organically.
So when you so the cultural, is that part of the Midlothian Noon?
No, sir, it is not.
All right, go ahead.
No, that's cultural heritage is, I think that's the one you're referring to, right?
Right.
Yes, yeah. So that is a specialty club, Indonesian, Filipino club. And and again, they've got 11 now, so they're trying to get 9 more and get that done. And we think they could get all that done and get that done by August 30th to actually make that a full club.
Okay.
The Valley Ranch, we met with the gentleman in person. He had 2 other people with him that were pretty interested in getting this done. He was going to back, and he's a pastor. So he has a church with a nonprofit with his church. And so he's working with his church members to get more people involved in that. That was basically what we tasked him with the last time we met with him, which was about a week and a half ago. We were supposed to connect this past weekend, but the guy that's kind of leading the charge on this deal here was not available to meet. So we postponed it, and we're supposed to try to get together this weekend. So I'm speaking at a couple of engagements. He's going to be there.
If you would just kind of send me an update on where you are with that club, so I can, because you guys got to realize I get asked, so that's the reason I'm asking you. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't know. I mean, we're basically 2 weeks away from the 30th at this point. So the way I'm looking at it, so I can't guarantee this will be ready to by the 30th. I think the cultural club will be done and an actual club by the 30th. I can't say about the Valley Ranch. I do have another one that I'm working on. That could be a joined together club. That one could come together quite quickly, but that just happened.
All right, just keep me posted on it, okay, bud?
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see here, Mr. B. Kevin Smith, Houston Memorial Park. How's that coming?
We had a informational meeting Tuesday night, and we signed up and got money from 14 people.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we had 2 that weren't able to make the meeting. They said sign them up. So we've got a total of 16 so far, and we're having. I'm sorry.
He said sign them up. I love that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So next week we're going to have an organizational meeting, and we've invited everybody that either attended and paid or attended and intended to pay.
Okay.
As well as some other leads that are coming to that organizational meeting. And we're going to do temporary officers to kind of go through the motions to make them think that they're on the right track. So I feel like by the end of next week, we'll be punching stuff into the portal.
Great. Thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate that very much.
I got another one. It's a wild card.
Go ahead.
One of the people that wouldn't let us go until we let her sign up works. She's a Chamber of Commerce coordinator for a bunch of the Southern Asian countries here in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about the need for more ethnic clubs in Houston, and she's going to be our point man.
Great.
Point person. So
point person. There you go.
Let's get correct. So that's not for distribution yet because it's not specific. But I feel like we'll have at least 3 by the end of September.
Awesome. That's awesome. You guys are rocking. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Wonderful team. It's a wonderful team.
Yeah. Miss Terry, how's Surfside Beach coming?
It is coming. We're meeting the last final group on Saturday at 11 o'clock. And so we already have 10 signed up, and their bigger group is meeting us on Saturday at 11 o'clock. So
perfect.
We should be finishing that up this weekend, hopefully.
And I feel sure you're working on at least 2 more right now that you're not going to tell me about.
No.
I know she is because I've had a conversation with somebody over there. I won't say who.
That knows.
Yeah, that knows. So,
Doesn't reveal all her secrets, Chris.
huh?
I said, girls don't reveal all their secrets. Just
Yeah,
be
yeah.
surprised.
That I understand that, but that's just fine. You just keep bringing them in, ladies and gentlemen.
There you
Thank
go.
you very much. And I thank you for your time on going through these. I just need to find out because I'm going to get asked the question. It won't be tonight, but it'll be tomorrow. And at least I don't think it'll be tonight, but of where we stand on that. So, um, as we all know, uh, this fast start and getting these clubs in are critical to turning the tide to where we are with membership today. You guys are doing, um, you don't hear me use words. I don't say curse words to them, but you guys are doing one hell of a job right now in trying to turn this darn ship around. You got handed really a really bad bag of junk right off the bat. I mean, and it took its toll right off the bat. So you're trying to turn this, and I understand it. But what I'm going to ask you to do is to go out, talk with your GMT, and get them, work with them, encourage them to work with with the clubs and with the zone chairs in trying to identify new and innovative, outside the box, different avenues to do a membership drive approach. The old days of saying, "Hey, come join us," they're not there anymore. We have to become a little bit more proactive in that. So I don't want you guys to be the ones going out, coming up with the ideas, doing those kind of things, but encourage, cajole, whatever it is you need to do with your GMTs to get with those club membership chairs, and let's start trying to do something to bring in new members. We're bringing them in; they're kind of trickling. They're coming in, but we need to get this to at least zero as soon as possible, so then we can start seeing that positive take its effect and then move forward. So please, I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna beat you guys up about membership. You don't need that from me by any means, and you don't need it from anybody. You're doing exactly what you should be doing, and that is trying to stem the tide of what you got handed. So just know that we have that eyes are upon us, that we have that everybody's looking to see what we're doing to turn membership around. I know you can do it, and you know you can do it. You know your districts, and you know how to reach out and make that happen. So enough said on that. Long Range Planning Committee district appointees, as you all know, at our Council of Governors meeting, we established a Long Range Planning Committee for MD2, and we established that with one representative from each district. So now what we need to do is I need to ask each one of you to please provide me by the end of this month, by the end of August. I'm not asking by the end of the week. I'm not asking by a week from Friday, by the end of the month, by 31 August. Please provide me with who your district representative will be to the Long Range Planning Committee. Now, I know that some of you will say, well, what are the qualifications? What do we need to look for? While will be a few people who will say, you got to have a PDG. I'm not going to be one of those that say you got to have a PDG. What I will say is you need to have somebody who thinks strategically, who you think would be an asset to helping move Texas forward and looking at 5, 10, 15 years from now, where is Texas going to be and what is Texas Lionism going to look like? So long range planning, that's really what we're looking for. So I will need your district's representative, that name to me, by the end of August. Okay?
Okay.
What do we tell them that they're going to be doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
How frequently?
They're going to meet. This is good question and good question. But frequently it's going to probably be once a month, and it's probably going to be by Zoom. They will meet. Obviously, they will meet at every council of governors meeting, and we know through past experience that not everybody can make it to a council of governors meeting. So they will be hybrid meetings. If they can be there in person for the council of governors meeting, that is just awesome. And if they can't, then they will come in through Zoom, through a hybrid meeting. So that should answer how often are they going to meet. What is going to be the structure of the meeting? I don't know. The first step in all of this is so you all refresh your memory, is that we set up a long-range planning committee that will be 16 representatives from all 16 districts and one representative from the international family. So I can tell you right now that that member will probably be TJ, although I will have to say that Jimmy Ross has indicated that he might be interested in sitting on the first year, but he has also indicated he will not chair it. So they will then pick their chair for that committee. All right, we're not going to do it. They will do it, and then they will then, based upon guidance from you as a council and from talking to the people in their district and the other two councils behind us, they will then come up with a plan of what they're going to be looking at. I can kind of give you some ideas. One of the long range planning issues they're going to look at, and it's a lot closer than 5. It's a lot closer than us than 5 years, and that is LCI Con 2030. That is going to be in their purview. That is something that the international family wants the long range planning to be involved with. Okay, so and to be looking at that. They're going to be looking at where do we want to be membership wise in 5 years. So they're going to look at that. You're going to tell them what it is that you think they should look at, because they work for you as a council. They will work for the councils that follow us. Okay. So did that answer the question? And if it didn't, I'll try to give a better answer, or maybe I just forgot what the rest of the questions were.
It's just two of the major issues.
I got a question.
Go ahead, whoever's got the question. Yes.
Is that a 1-year term or a 2-year term?
Right now, the odd numbered district. So Cody, you're an odd numbered district, is a 1-year term. Okay. However, it will turn into a 2-year term next year. So what we wanted to do is to put everybody on a 2-year rotation. So starting with T1 all the way through S5, the odd numbered districts will have a 1-year term this year. The even numbered districts will have a 2-year term. So that means next year, the odd numbered districts will appoint another person to the long range planning, but they will serve a 2-year term. So what it ends up being is that there's a rotation of 8 members every year.
Would there be a reason why they couldn't appoint the same person from a 1-year to a 2-year?
They don't. Yeah, because we don't want anybody serving more than 2 years.
Okay.
And that is by design. They did not want to have stagnant lions in that position. This goes back, Brian, to this is history now. This goes back to when the last time we had a long range planning committee, and we had people that had served on that committee for up to 12 years. And the only thing that they did for the last 3 years of their existence was to plan the 100th Lions Club's International 2017 Gala in Dallas. They did nothing else. So, and yeah, 12 years. There were people that served on that for 12 years. They did nothing. So we don't want to. That was first and foremost told me we do not want to have that kind of terms. They wanted to have term limits on everybody coming in. So we tried to appease them. I think that probably at some point in time, maybe next year, the council, and I will pass this on to Chris Moorman. I think 3 years is probably a better term for that. So,
for continuity.
Yeah, I think for 3 years, every 3 years, and then there's a way to do that. But right now, we needed to get it going, and we needed to put some structure to it. And you guys did that, and I'm very proud of you for doing that. We'll continue to watch this, monitor this, and talk about it. And then if we need to pass some things on to the next council for them to take some action on, or we may want to take it ourselves at the end of the year. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing something at the end of the year that's going to affect another council. I think do it for us now. If it needs to change for them, then they need to do that. So,
and it would become effective when? When would their term start?
Now.
Now. Okay.
Now. This year, this Lions year.
Okay.
So their first meeting together will be in Waco?
Their first meeting together will be in Waco as a group, but I am hoping that once I get this information from all of you by the end of this month, that whether it be TJ or whether it be Jimmy, one of them will call a meeting of all of them for introductions and to have a little conversation, and they'll do it through Zoom. So that's. I think that as far as I know, that's about as much as I know about it right now, other than what we have put into in there. I think it's going to be more. What's that term that people like to say? It's going to be more organic than anything else to start. So we'll just have to see how it unfolds. But I'm glad that we've got it started. If you all remember from the Council of Governors meeting, our esteemed immediate past international director, TJ Tijerina, stood up and talked about the convention that we're going to have in Washington, D.C. And right. in that conversation said that by the next Council of Governors meeting, which is going to be at the end of October, that Council Chair Chris would have for us the host hotel for the Texas delegation. Little did I know that I was going to do that at that time. So with that being said, I reached out to 3 of the members of your council and asked them to serve on a committee with me to locate a host hotel for the Texas delegation in Washington, D.C. I asked Mike Lukenhoff, I asked Jeffrey Allmoney, and I asked Stephen McCullough if they would please be a part of this committee. They graciously said yes, they would do that. I did send them the list of hotels that has been provided to us from Lions Clubs International to do that. So thank you for that. So at least we have that. But that does not mean that is an all-inclusive list. We may find others that we may want to use. We may see something that is out there. Right now, we're just in a fact-gathering mode, and then we will get, as we get closer to this, coming up to a decision. I am hoping that by our next call that we have, our next Zoom meeting, we can provide the council with what we recommend, and we can come to a vote and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. So my committee, we have our work cut out for us. So time is short, and we need to get that done. So I appreciate. Yes, go ahead.
The convention actually going to be held? I know Washington D.C. is a big place.
It is a convention center. It's got somebody's name attached to it, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll share it with everybody. But it is going to be obviously in D.C. proper, but it's a big convention center there. So and the hotels that we're looking at are anywhere from Mike, Mike and Steve and Jeffrey, if my memory is right, anywhere from 0.2 of a mile to a mile from the convention center, I think is
About
what.
right.
Yeah, so
looking at.
the Marriott Marquis is the closest to the convention, if you know where that is, Diane.
Yeah.
We also have to take into account the cost. Marriott Marquis has
Right.
got a pretty good
Nice
price
place,
tag.
but very costly.
It's very
Most
costly.
of them
So
are. Do you ever
Yeah.
find that is a very high cost area? Well,
Yeah,
you knew
that-
that.
yeah, we all know that, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. But we will. The main thing is we're going to look at two things: location and cost. So obviously we don't want to be staying at the Fleabag Motel or at the
Plenty
Super
of
8
those.
down the road. So we don't want to do that. So or at Mama's boarding house. So we don't want to do that one
Okay.
either. I'm gonna say marketing grant, and I'm just gonna say marketing grant and turn this over to Mike. Mike, you want to talk a little bit about? I'm gonna throw it at you, bud.
Yeah,
On
thank you
marketing
very
grant.
much for
You
that
bet.
one.
Yeah. Just,
Okay,
how's that hot potato feel?
thank you for that one. So, as part of the budget, we included a marketing grant. And our previous councils, I think for the last couple of years, have applied for a marketing grant. There is up to $15,000 in marketing that is available through LCI for a marketing grant. Okay. What kind of prompted this was we've identified a need to improve our communication to the Lions within the state of Texas. And in order to purchase that software, which is a couple $1,000s, we need to include that as part of a marketing grant. We did not
What
market
software are we talking about, Mike? Forgive me for interrupting, but
MailChimp.
okay, gotcha.
So what we need is we need a committee, I would say of 2 to 3 people, including a chair that will take on this task and come up with a list of things that we would like to do from a marketing perspective. And Kim, you can add to this. I know
I knew
past
you were gonna look at
councils.
me.
No. I'm only saying because you've seen some of this stuff. One of the things that they bought as part of this grant, I want to say 2 years ago, is that backdrop that we all use for pictures, right? So I need people that are marketing smart, that can be a part of this, that can come up with ideas of what we might want to do as part of marketing and put together a budget so we can go to LCIF, or I don't think this is LCIF, this is LCI itself,
Right.
and apply for the grant. Now we are looking at a September 31 deadline for this. So we need to get a move on this. So we need to get some, yes, ma'am. You're raising.
Question though, when you say marketing, in my mind, I think over time. Are we talking, and then you mentioned the backdrop. So are we talking about just at events kind of a thing? Or are we talking
Anything
about?
that would come under marketing,
Help me
whether
out.
it's a single.
How we would spend the money.
That's right. Whether it's a single occasion, whether it's an ongoing thing. I was going to go ahead and I meant to do this and I apologize. I was going to pull up the marketing grant.
Okay, another dumb question. Who are we marketing to? Who's my target audience?
We're marketing
Lions
to
market to.
We're marketing to the people of Texas.
Okay.
Right.
People
And let me
not
give you
just
an
Lions of
example. Yeah. Not only the Lions, but people of Texas. Let me give you an example. Some of the money that was spent for the marketing grant was spent on billboards down in S4. Terry, I think if my memory is right, Billy Gray spent some money on 2 billboards to put up about Lions and about something along those lines. It did, and I don't know how long those were up, but do you have any additional information about the billboards? Because that was part of the marketing grant that helped
And
cover
did
that.
anything result from them? I'm curious.
And that I don't know. Terry might be able to answer that.
I know he put up 2 billboards. They were on 288 and one other location. It was talking about the Lions and that kind of stuff. So as of right now, I think they are now down, but I can't tell you how long they were up. But yes,
I
it
can
was
give
just,
you quickly, if you go to the LCI website, there's 3 examples case studies. One is a Working Lions marketing campaign case study. Read how a marketing grant enabled Multi-District 31 to launch a Lions International brand awareness and recruitment campaign specifically appealing to working class people in the region.
I'd like
The
to see
second
that.
one is multimedia campaign case study. Learn how multiple District 411 secured a marketing grant to develop both physical and digital marketing tools to increase awareness of Lions International. And the last one is kind of what you were talking about. Artistic billboard campaign case study. See how Lions in Single District 130 were able to design a series of unique billboards aimed at recruiting new members and showcasing brand partnerships, especially those related to youth and art. So those are 3 case studies that are out there.
What is the amount of the grant, Mike?
I don't know. You'd have to look. It can go up to 15,000 for a multiple district.
You'll
Kim.
need every bit of that.
Like last year, I think, according to what I can see so far, they only got a $5,000 marketing grant, but I'm not sure what they used that for.
They actually got up to a 15,000, but only used 5.
Is that what it was?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then this is for all of us on the council to share, correct? If it's 15 grand, am I right?
It has to be a single pointed project. We can't take the 15,000 and divide that out to 16 different districts. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who spearheads the money use.
That will be the committee. In my understanding, that will be up to the committee to make that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, put me on the committee, Mike. It's a natural for me to help, but I just
Okay.
don't have I've got too much else with TLC and something else that just came up today that's gonna pull me in another direction, but I definitely want to be a part of the committee if it's helpful.
Does anybody
Ask
want to be a
AI.
member?
Huh?
Ask AI.
Yeah.
You, Kevin,
AI is
did I
supposed to be
see
able to
your
do
hand
everything.
up?
All 5 fingers too.
Yay.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Jared would
No,
also
no.
be a good
No,
fit.
no.
I need a
I
chairman, guys.
Hey, Mike, seriously, 2 years ago, our district S2 got a chunk of that marketing grant, and we used it for Astros baseball games and T-shirts, and ended up recruiting people out of the stadium.
Great
Well, one of
idea.
the things that would be part of the committee could do is to do a little research from the last councils,
Mhm.
the last 3 or 4 councils, as to what did they ask for? I mean, we could get, hopefully somebody would share their marketing grant proposal that they submitted and
I may have that too.
how they use the money. So
Chris, I'm
need-
surprised they got 15 and only used a third of it.
Yeah.
I mean, God, stuff is so expensive these days. I would have thought they ran out
Kim,
quick.
Kim, think about the source. That's all
Who
I'm going to
was it?
say. Your
Okay, I
previous,
don't
your
remember who got
previous, your previous council of governors.
it.
Enough
Never
said.
mind. I just got it. It's all
Okay.
good.
All right. Third, anybody else? I need one more. Let's do 3. 3 is an even
Sorry, I'm
number.
laughing.
Do we have anybody that'll?
Mike,
Can
Yes,
this
ma'am.
be used? Can this be used to help promote the international convention in San Antonio?
No.
No.
no, I don't think so.
And is it only usable in a 365-day period?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
my brain's going wildfire.
Yep. Do we have one more?
Mike,
Jared,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have, no, I have,
anyways?
I want to make a comment
Yes,
when
ma'am.
Kim is finished.
Go ahead.
Are you done? Okay. 2 years ago, when Jeff Kunkel was the district governor, the district, my district, did apply for and received a $15,000 marketing grant. I can probably get my hands on that if you needed an
Yes, please
example,
do.
or you.
Please
yeah.
do.
We bought
do.
a canopy and we bought backdrop, and I
Yep.
don't know what all else because
That's all part of what we're talking about, Diane. They bought, I want to say 2, and we had one at the bed build, I want to say, in
Okay.
Kerrville. That was one of the tents, the pop-up tents, and they did that big
Right.
backdrop. That was 2 years ago, right?
Right.
Correct.
So,
It was very successful
okay.
because we wanted to help the district with
All right.
with their
So,
marketing.
Chris, I know we need to move on. Let's leave it this way. I'm
All
going to
right.
leave it up to the committee members to recruit one more person and let us know who that's going to be. And you can elect your own chairperson or whatever, but we
Perfect.
need somebody that'll help drive this. Okay.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. And one other side of this, and as you all know, one of the things that we have done is we now have a monthly newsletter that we are publishing for MD2, and that is the Roar. And thank you very much to past District Governor Randy Wilde, who has taken that project on. And so we send that out via our MD2 MailChimp account. Come to find out, at the end of the day, there's only 531 Lions who receive that email throughout the state of Texas. That's all we have the email addresses for. So right now, we're not paying anything to use MailChimp as a organization. I have reached out to Randy and asked her if she would take on the role of uploading that information, downloading the information from the portal and then uploading it to MailChimp. We have had a bunch of conversations with Steve Mays, past District Governor Steve Mays, who has given us some great guidance on to be slow and how we do this and not go crazy. But we're going to start increasing the number of email addresses that we have in the database. So the minute that we start increasing those emails, it's going to start costing us money. We think it's going to run somewhere about $200 a month for MailChimp because we're going to get, we got 21,006 members, and I don't think we'll have 21,000 email addresses, but we'll have somewhere close to at least 15,000. So we want to drive every bit of information that we can about what we're doing in the state of Texas to our Lions, and we're not reaching our Lions. So we need it. So this was what I reached out to Mike and said, is there a way that the council can come up with this money? And so we really need to put the marketing grant into place to help pay for that. So, but at some point when we get there, and Mike, this may come up next month, that we might need to go ahead and authorize the state administrator to start paying a little bit of money for MailChimp.
Yeah.
So just to let everybody know that's where we are. Before I move on, any questions on that?
Can it be used statewide for a media campaign of sorts?
What, MailChimp? Yes.
No, the marketing grant.
Absolutely.
About
Absolutely.
That.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim,
Yeah.
I suggest you guys go up to LCI and look up marketing grants and check out those case studies.
I will.
Because I think that'll give you some ideas.
Especially. First one will be good.
Yep.
All right, guys, we've got I've got 11 minutes and I got 3-4 things here to cover. I'm going to go quick. I'm sorry, but I don't want us to be late to go over to the one for TJ. There was a question that was about the $500 that we are now giving for new clubs and why we moved that from 1,000 down to 500. There are some of you that are asking the questions. If you remember, back during our discussions from February of last year through our convention that we went to in Odessa, we talked about the reason of why we lowered that. We moved that 500 down, or 1,000 down to 500, and we put the 500 that we are not giving to the clubs, we moved that over to our GET, so that would help pay for his hotel travel going from district to district, because he is not getting reimbursed. That's why we have done that. The clubs don't necessarily need an additional $1,000 to get them started right off the bat. We also did that and said that the sponsoring club and the district need to become part of and have ownership of the new club that they're bringing in, and not just leaving them out there to flail. So there's ways that they can come up with opportunities for additional funds one of those being charter nights, and getting a good charter night going will help him in doing that. So that's why we reduced it. The main reason we reduced it was to give more money to the GET to help fund his travel when we're asking him to go district to district. But if there's a question on that, raise a hand, somebody holler. Okay. I'm gonna skip one, and I'll come back to it in a minute. USA Canada Forum and the support for ID John Landrum and the gift baskets that were. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll get to that in a minute. USA Canada Forum. I know it's late. I know that you guys are doing all that you can, and I know it's expensive to go to USA Canada. I'm not going to be going because I'd already had something else planned well in advance before this came about. And I'm not asking each one of you to spend your hard-earned dollars to go to USA Canada, but I am going to ask you to please try your very best to promote the Lions within your district to go to USA Canada. We really need to get somewhere in the neighborhood of about 8 lines. It comes out to about 8 lines, 9 lines per district to go to, on average, to be at the USA Canada Forum. The more lines we have there, the better show we have for our ID candidate, and the better that it looks for him. So if you could please continue that push. It's going to be closed down here pretty soon anyway, because the forum is coming up in September very quickly.
Right.
Texas Lions Leadership Forum, including the requested gift baskets, and let me give a little bit better clarification on the gift baskets, because I know that I didn't do a very good job in explaining it. For what I heard and what they ended up being were 2 different things. The gift baskets are going to be auctioned off at the end, or they're going to be drawn. They're going to be given away, but people have to buy a ticket to get the gift basket
or prize.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kevin. It's a door prize. So what they're going to be doing with that, though, is that they will give those out. They want to give those out at the very end of the Texas Lions Leadership Forum. The baskets need to be worth at least $50 is what they've asked for. The money that they raise on this, will go to help pay for the one lion in the state of Texas that we're going to pay registration fee for going to the USA Canada Forum in Alabama. Okay, so that money is going to help pay for that. So all it has to be is a gift basket that is worth no more than $50, and then they are going to use that as a door prize to give away. So, but they're going to collect money.
Chris, quick question.
Yes.
Someone had asked, does it have to literally be a basket, or if somebody gives a $50 gift card?
That could be a gift card. Oh yeah, gift card. Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be in a basket form.
No.
Okay.
This is for the TLLF, right? We bring them to the TLLF?
Yeah.
Right. You bring them to TLLF. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
The one question I had for Lisa, and I have not found out, is do they need to be there at the very beginning? Because like myself, because we've got the bed bill that day, I will not be there until later in the afternoon. So the question is, do I need to send my stuff with somebody else so that they have it there at the very beginning on Saturday?
I'm gonna walk out on a limb and say, if you could give it to somebody else to have it there, I think that would be the safer.
Okay.
It would be the safer thing to do.
Okay, that was my question.
And so everybody knows we are encouraging every district to send 8 people to encouraging you to send 8 people to TLLF. I know that may not be able to, but we're not, when we say every district, we're not saying every district pay for 8 people to go. We're encouraging you to identify 8 people to go to the Texas Lions Leadership Forum. It's going to be a great forum.
Yeah. CC Chris.
Yes.
This is Gary. We have 21 going from 2X1 confirmed.
Whew. You go, dude. Overachiever. Yeah, you go, dude.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
got 7
Well,
so far.
I mean, John Landrum is 2X1, so we are his family. So we're
Great
kind
job.
of obligated to make sure we make
Oh,
that.
you're talking about USA Canada, not
Yeah, sorry.
PLF.
I thought you
PLF is
said
Oh,
the
yeah, I'm sorry,
Texas
I'm
Lions
sorry about that.
leadership is on the bed build day, Gary.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Yeah, and I think we have 10 committed to PLF right now for
Sweet.
2X1.
Good. Kim, Waco offsite registration and costume contest. I know that we're receiving registration right now. I did receive a report from Whitney a couple of days ago. Did you see that report?
I did.
So it's good to see that links are working.
Mhm.
People are
That's what I
able
was
to
about
go
to
and
ask.
register.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk a little bit about the costume contest?
Well, here's I talked to Kim Edmondson last week on Friday, I think Thursday or Friday. They had a Zoom call on Tuesday night where she was going to bring it up, but she said it sounds like fun. I have not heard back from Kim. I need to contact her. But if they would run that could engage them as a council. I sent y'all the email. Thank you for responding. You'll be happy to dress up. I'm asking Daniel and his crew to dress up, and those that are coming, he said he'll talk it up himself. But I'm just thinking if we started it, at the reception on Thursday, it might be kind of a fun little conversation starter, folks walking around the lobby with their costumes on. But I want the council with Kim to be the judges. I'll get the prizes. I'll figure out something fun and give it to them. But it'd be a lot of fun if they would run it because we've got a lot of other stuff we're going to be doing. So hopefully that will happen. I know I'm coming as a disco diva, just saying.
Okay.
So I'm ready. So
You want me to have a word with Hollywood? He's their vice council chair.
hey, well, I haven't talked to him about it. Kim's been my contact. And Terry and I have talked about it. So Terry, have you heard anything from her about it?
I know that they talked about it, but I haven't been able to get back with her.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll
I
send
have
her a
been
note.
going to clubs all this week. This is my
Okay.
first night at home.
Okay.
So no.
That's my next week. So I'll get in
but-
touch with her tomorrow.
But it'll be Friday night, right? Not Thursday night, right?
Did I say Thursday? I meant the Friday night reception. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I wanted to be out. Okay.
That seems to be to me the most natural because some folks may go home after Saturday.
Right.
They may
No,
opt
no,
to
it will
live.
be Friday. It will be
Yeah,
Friday.
so Friday evening would be the fun time. So bring a
Kevin?
costume.
Yeah, Kevin, I would tap Hollywood on the shoulder and just talk to him about it. Yeah.
Got
I'll
it.
have him coordinate with Kim,
Yeah.
Kim E.
Yeah.
Last thing I have on here, everybody, is it's state administrator. If you request anything from the state administrator, if you're requesting something from her, please include me as a copy too on the email that you send requesting for information. Okay. We'll just leave it at that. Won't go any further. Does anybody have any questions? We're getting there.
I have one quick question.
Go right ahead, Steve.
The GAT call is always going to be on Thursday night. Are we going to continue this on Thursday night?
No, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna move hours so we don't have this rush. So I will send an email out probably tomorrow, Steve, and give you guys an opportunity to tell me what a Tuesday. I know Wednesdays are going to be out, so it's probably going to be a Tuesday.
No,
When we're trying to book,
this is
over 40 visits to clubs, and it's going to be difficult to keep one night open here and there every month.
Can I suggest keeping it on Thursday and moving it back a week?
We can do that too.
Because Thursday seems to be as good a date as any.
So you want to move to the first Thursday of the month?
Yeah, he is right.
Sure.
Right.
Works for me.
Except for September.
We'll be traveling a lot of those. Well, some of those.
Some of those.
Yeah.
Or
What if we move it back to the third? If we move it back to the third, is that too late in the month, Chris?
No.
I mean, that's
That's
going to
fine
be
with me.
more around the middle of the month. Everybody
How
should
about
be.
third Thursday?
Yeah.
Third Thursday. Yeah. We'll leave it there and we'll do
Well,
it that way.
let's get everybody to chime in and see if that works.
Fine for me.
I'm good.
Good.
All right.
Third Thursday?
Okay.
Yeah.
the third Thursday, and I'll send out a reminder, everybody. Is any other questions?
Yes, Chris.
Yes, Coach.
Okay, is the state, is it a mailbox or is it a physical address?
It's a
If we have
physical
to-
address.
So that email with the physical address is the correct one.
Do not use the PO box anymore.
Yeah,
They closed the
no.
PO box.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Do not use the PO box. It is closed.
Thursday.
Okay, thank you. That's my
You bet.
clarification.
You bet.
One quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
I sent out the financials. Did anybody have any questions on it?
I sent you a
No,
reply.
no. Thank you. I reply.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Terry.
Terry, you do such a good
Thank you.
job.
Yes,
I have no comments. Thank you.
All right, guys. If without any further ado, I'm going to stop the recording and